And good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Cameron Woolley Show. With me is Ming Chen.
What's up, everybody?
And I'm Cameron Woolley. God, this is the slowest week that we've had in a while.
I mean, all right, no football. Football's over.
Football's been over for a week. We already burnt up our Super Bowl recap last week.
We did. And the Super Bowl,
Halftime show and our
and our 4th annual Super Bowl spectacular. That was good.
I love that show every year.
I mean, that show could carry us all year if we had to, but no, we come back week after week on the Cameron Woolley Show.
Yeah, it could just be like Puck Nuts, where you do it like once a year.
You literally do it once a year.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here's something.
Wait, what happened? What happened with what was the occasion for Puck Nut? You did it a couple weeks ago.
We usually do a Super Bowl wrap-up show as well.
A hockey podcast.
It's a hockey podcast, where we talk about Walt Flanagan on there. He loves Tom Brady, so it gives him an outlet to talk about.
He's a Devils fan.
The Super Bowl.
He's a Devils fan. He should doesn't he know about
he
annoying?
He loves Tom Brady for whatever reason.
I
can't. Yeah,
I don't get it.
I
don't love Tom Brady, but I don't hate him either.
Yeah,
because my team owns him. I'm a Giants fan. I am the only fan who has no right to say anything bad about Tom Brady.
But while I have you here, we asked each other. We gave our top 10 quarterbacks of all time, and mine was controversial. Somewhat.
On Puck Nuts?
I'll go through it real quick. Number 10, Eli Manning. And
number 10, you put Eli Manning top 10 all time. I
did, and people are like, all right, his oral test not that great, but he took down Tom Brady twice.
Right off the bat, you're going with Eli Manning.
And a lot of people say, well, that's not all time. I'm like, okay, but a lot of people don't get into the Hall of Fame because they haven't won a championship. This guy took down 2 championships against the greatest quarterback of all time.
It's the greatest team ever.
Right. That says a lot. That says a lot to me. He stepped up in the big game.
Eli Manning is nails.
And he played good enough to get them there. So to me, that warrants at least a top 10.
Yeah,
controversial?
Sure. It's controversial. I don't know if I'd do it, though.
Yeah, number 9, Steve Young.
Steve Young, really good. You got to put him in there.
He's got 3 rings, although he only started, I think, one of them.
He started in one of them. I don't count that.
Yeah, but he had
count one of them.
He had big shoes to fill as well.
Dude.
So
he filled in really, really well for Joe Montana.
Yeah. Number 8, Dan Marino. Great quarterback.
That's low.
But
him. That's really low.
I believe he's the only one on this list that hasn't won a Super Bowl. So
you value championship.
Of course, absolutely. Well, why do we play? Why do we?
There
even
are players that get screwed over.
Sure, but why?
Dan Marino.
Day one, why do you step on that? Why do you step on that field?
You step on that field to help win a championship, and you play. Well, you bust your ass. Right. Dan Marino busted his ass.
He did, and
that wasn't his fault.
And what does he have? What does he have? Nutrisystem commercials to show for it?
Dude, he's one of the best quarterbacks of all time.
Yeah, he's on the list.
But at number perspective, 8. Dan Marino put up the stats that he put up in the 1980s and 1990s.
Sure.
Not as much of a passing league as it is now.
Sure, where
you got to remember that, but you can't look.
I know
at him through. You got to look at him differently.
No, I agree.
Than most players, because he was ahead of his time.
Where you could basically tackle a player before the ball even got there. They didn't call pass interference. Where you could at any time. You could get your knee bent backwards and creamed, and of course I give him that credit. However, no ring. Number.
Okay,
I know. Number 7, Brett Favre.
Brett Favre?
Yeah.
No, that's. Yeah.
Yeah.
Brett Favre.
And right under him, number 6, Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers over.
And that may
Brett
seem low,
Favre.
but.
Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
That guy.
Hey, I mean, how many interceptions?
Okay, so you put Marino lower on the list because he choked in the playoffs. Yet you put Aaron Rodgers above him and Brett Favre.
2-time MVP.
You're listing regular season. Oh, so now regular season and production matters.
He's got rings too.
So he has one.
He's got a ring.
One ring.
Okay,
and that was won 12 years ago or 11 years ago. But
yeah.
dude,
I'll do it. I'll do it.
So production doesn't matter. So
it does.
So the lack of playoff success knocks Dan Marino down a notch.
Absolutely.
But you ignore it when it comes to Aaron Rodgers. Why?
Yeah, I think Rodgers is better than Dan Marino. But that's
bold. That is
bold. Number 5, John Elway.
No, John Elway. Okay,
shouldn't be any argument.
That's fine.
Right in the middle.
Yes, John Elway.
In the middle. The drive. The guy. Yeah, you have a minute left. You need to drive 99 yards down the field. I call John Elway.
The Browns.
Plus,
but it's John Elway.
And if you need a great deal on a Ford Escape, John Elway. John Elway Auto. Yeah. John Elway Autos. Everybody.
But wait, John Elway owns a car dealership? I never knew that.
He's got multiple in Denver. Yeah, that's how he. Yeah, I think
that's how he's making his money.
He's probably made more.
He went the Daniel LaRusso route.
He did, and he became very successful. It's like, why wouldn't?
Well, because he already has. He doesn't need to market anything.
Sure he does. That money goes quick, my friends.
He doesn't need to market.
Well, he found something. He wanted to go into business, sell cars, and he did really well.
Into business and sell cars.
He's doing really well.
I bet he probably made way more money. First of all, he was president of the Broncos.
Sure.
He was the GM. He built that team.
Right.
He built a Super Bowl winning team, which credit to him.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah, really good businessman.
I'm just starting.
Better businessman than say like Len Dykstra, like went to jail. There's number 4, Drew Brees.
Drew Brees, yes, I like that.
Yeah, some people put him higher,
but. Again, another guy who has
huge
noticeable lack of playoff success.
Yeah.
Again, Dan Marino, the Dan Marino ranking just throws my entire perception of your list off.
Okay. Number 3, Joe Montana.
Joe Montana. Okay, yes.
Argument there. He's got what?
4? I have a feeling number 2 is going to be something really.
All right, number 2, Peyton Manning.
Okay.
And then number 1, Tom Brady.
Yes.
A lot of people are like, wait, where's Mahomes? I don't think he's a great quarterback.
A little too early. And yes, sure, Mahomes is amazing. I love Mahomes.
His arm might go dead. He
love this current.
Might have a mental breakdown. I don't know. Or he might go on and win 8 championships. Like he has that potential. But again, that's just potential.
I love this current generation of quarterbacks, but it's a little too soon.
Allen. Yeah.
Don't get me started on Josh Allen.
Stafford.
Don't even get me started on Joe Burrow.
Oh, no.
I love you know, I love Joe Burrow.
Yes, as do I.
I have openly admitted that I have a man crush on Joe Burrow, and that is just something that will always happen.
Yeah. Unfortunately, he came short in the Super Bowl, but.
That wasn't his fault.
It wasn't his fault.
Wasn't his fault, dude.
Absolutely. Would you like to rebut this list? I'm sure you don't put Eli Manning anywhere in the top 10.
I don't put Eli Manning in the top 10. I love Eli Manning to death, but I don't think he's a top 10 quarterback of all time. Another notable absence from that list, Johnny Unitas.
Oh, yeah.
You didn't put Johnny Unitas.
Yeah, I mean, Johnny Unitas, Staubach, Namath,
okay, Joe Namath was not that good. He threw more interceptions than he did touchdowns in his career.
He wore a fur coat really well, though. But
he was awesome.
That doesn't matter.
He was okay. For some reason, quarterbacks named Joe are just the coolest people ever.
Right.
Yeah, Joe Namath wearing a fur coat on the sideline and wearing white cleats. Yeah, that was cool.
A lot of people gave me crap for not putting Big Ben on there, Roethlisberger.
Why Big Ben? Why is Big Ben? Why are the takeaways on that list completely nonsensical? It makes no sense.
Because I make no sense. Do you not listen to the show? I absolutely make no sense.
Yes, I know you're a comic nerd on a sports podcast.
Sure. But I'm a sports fan on a sports podcast.
Yes, you're a sports fan on a sports podcast.
Yeah.
You've been doing the sports podcast for 3 years now.
Yeah. Well, it seems to me you agree with most of the time. Maybe not the order. Where would you put Marino if not 8?
I'd put Marino in the top 5.
Top 5. Okay.
Yes, I'd put Marino in the top 5.
Okay. I mean, I wish that rookie year. What are you like 4,000 yards?
He made it 48 to the Super Bowl in his rookie year.
He did, and then he never saw it again.
He got beat up by Joe Montana.
He never saw it again. Which I mean, it was there. You thought he was gonna be in there every year, and proves how hard it is to get back. So Joe Burrow.
That's why.
Joe Burrow
better be in the weight room right now. Yeah, dude. That's gonna be
hungry.
tough. That is going to be really tough.
Yeah,
to get back.
Yeah,
to get back to that stage in the AFC with Mahomes and Allen.
Yeah,
who by the time they retire might be on that list.
Right, and who knows who else comes in the future in the draft? You have no idea.
Arch Manning. Manning's kid.
Arch Manning.
or Cooper Manning.
Cooper Manning, yeah.
Poor Cooper Manning.
You just
poor bastard. And he's hilarious. So like he'll make cameos in commercials. It's like, you know what? He's making the most out of being the obvious least favorite sibling in that family.
In the public eye, maybe.
No, he's the one who, like, at Thanksgiving, the dad is just like secretly disappointed. It's like, oh, Peyton, what did you do this year?
Archie
Archie is disappointed in him. Like, I'd hate to be Cooper Manning. That poor bastard.
I'm sure he's living a happy and fruitful life.
Apparently, them growing up, they thought Cooper Manning was going to be the best.
Right.
Like they thought he would be the best out of all of them.
Yeah. Wow. Speaking of football, I don't know if you saw this. Why are they trying to put back together the USFL?
Dude, I love it. Dude, the New Jersey Generals.
Why?
Dude, the New Jersey Generals are so small and obscure that we can get press passes to their games. You're telling me that wouldn't...
We gotta go.
Dude, we gotta go to it, right. Dude. And if they play in New Jersey, which I think they're playing all the games in Birmingham, Alabama, which makes no sense. But, dude, it's gonna be warm out. It's gonna be nice.
All right. First, I'm gonna follow him on Twitter and be like, "Yeah, I'm with the Cameron Woolley show.
Cameron Woolley. Yo, we need press passes."
Right. Oh, I just found out. I didn't know they were doing this. And
dude, I don't know why. I'm so for dude. It's awesome. They're completely exploiting 1980s nostalgia.
Right. But what's gonna?
Wait. Okay, hold on.
Okay.
The owner of the New Jersey, they didn't even update the Wikipedia page. It still says Donald Trump.
Yeah, 1985. Yeah,
1984. Yeah. 1 year Donald Trump ran that team and he ran it into the ground.
He did. I mean, he kind of ran the whole league into the ground.
Yeah, he ran the whole league into the ground because he wanted to put it in the fall.
Right, against the NFL.
Yes, against the NFL. Let me think.
No, why are they doing this? Why now in 2022? It's like, oh yeah, I think we can make a go at this.
I don't know, man.
When everything else has failed, I think there's no arena's gone, right? Or did they?
The arena football, I think, is gone. The
XFL gone.
The XFL did well, but that was COVID.
Right.
COVID killed the revived XFL.
Unfortunately, yeah, because
and I think the USFL might have learned from their mistakes, or rather, learned from Trump's mistakes.
I just don't know why you would even bother.
Because Donald Trump has a massive ego. The last 4 years should have made it.
I know that
abundantly clear.
But why? Why? It's a money pit. You're not gonna. There's no way.
Donald Trump's entire career is a money pit.
I know, but you would probably have an easier time coming up with a whole entire new sport and succeeding at that than trying to take on the NFL, in my opinion. The NFL is so well established. Like, what are the keys here? The keys are you have to have really, really good gameplay, right?
Yes.
You gotta make the games competitive.
The quality of play.
And they're
quality of play. I don't know what it's going to be. It's going to be subjective.
They're taking a quarterback from the Giants' 4th round, not the Generals, but hang on, I have who just got drafted yesterday. Kyle Lauletta.
Kyle Lauletta's in the USFL.
Got drafted in the 1st round.
Let's go, dude. Kyle Lauletta. This is great.
Lauletta
is great. I love this.
Is now a starting quarterback in the USFL.
Who did he get drafted by?
I have to look that up. I can't remember.
Like the LA Extreme or something. I don't know.
Something like that. Yeah.
I just okay, man, you always said you wanted New Jersey to have a football team.
I did. That plays in Birmingham, Alabama. Is that there's no college arena that will have them?
Dude, Rutgers. Come on. Dude, Rutgers needs to open up their
right. Hey, can Tempe, Arizona open up their practice facility?
Arizona.
Their practice hockey rink?
Is that gonna be your big joke now? That's your favorite meme? Is the Arizona Coyotes.
Hey, man, I didn't start that joke. They did.
Yes, that is fair.
The Pittsburgh Maulers select in the 1st round Kyle Lauletta.
First round
to be their starting QB. Kyle.
I remember
Lauletta.
when Kyle Lauletta was being talked about as like the Giants' next starting quarterback.
Yeah, it didn't work out.
God.
I didn't even hear about this until I saw it. I was like, what? There was a draft? They're doing it again?
It was like 2 days. It was like 25 rounds, dude. They had to draft all rosters.
Yeah. And what happened to that football league, which was on Twitch and you could call plays from home,
the Twitch.
Tecmo Bowl? What happened to that?
Twitch football league.
Right.
All the gimmicky football leagues, it's a death sentence.
Right. I mean, good in theory, but yeah, I heard, you didn't really hear anything before you heard when they started, and that was it. I guess it kind of died off.
Yeah, I remember the AAF was a cautionary tale,
right?
Because the quality of play was good.
Yeah,
like the games themselves were entertaining, they
right?
Were competitive, they were spirited, but it was the financials did them in.
It's expensive to start.
One of their investors was like not smart with money, like declared like Chapter 3 bankruptcy or something. I'm not a finance expert.
I don't know what the business plan is. I imagine you make most of your money.
Dude, Tom Dundon was the guy who put the AAF on life support. The owner of the Carolina Hurricanes.
Yes. Yeah, I imagine most of the income comes from tickets.
Who were an Andrei Svechnikov away. Or there were Sebastian Aho, Andrei Svechnikov, Jacob Slavin, and Dougie Hamilton away from relocating to Houston.
Right. Yeah, this is crazy. So, wow, this is starting. They're starting April 16th, so in like 2 months.
They're sneaking up real quick.
Okay. I mean, yeah, they have drafted. Kyle Lauletta goes 7th overall.
Wow. Shea Patterson.
Shea Patterson went first.
Your alma mater, Shea Patterson.
Shea Patterson, yeah. Yeah, so 8 teams in the inaugural USFL. So
you know what?
Split into 2 divisions. Each team play a 10-game schedule. With teams in the same division playing each other twice and teams in the other division once, okay? Top 2 teams in each division will play against each other in the semifinals, followed a week later by the championship. So, I mean, kind of an anticlimactic. But those are 8 teams, so...
Yeah, there's 8 teams. Start small.
Yeah. So you have the Panthers, the Generals, the Stars, the Maulers, the Stallions. Oh, the Gamblers are coming back. the Gamblers. The Breakers and the Bandits. So, yeah. The Houston Gamblers are coming back, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. The training camp starts March 21st. Yeah. Each team carries a 38-man roster. All right. I mean, good for them for giving guys another chance. Some of these guys.
Dude, the first.
But the problem is,
the first USFL wasn't bad.
No, Herschel Walker. We had some pretty good players coming out of there.
Which, to Trump's credit, he did pry Herschel Walker away from the NFL.
Right.
I will say to his credit.
Yeah, you know how? Cha-ching.
Yeah, the money that he probably didn't have.
Right. Yeah.
Herschel
all right,
Walker.
I mean,
now he's piggybacking off of that and like trying to run for Senate or something. I don't know if that's still happening or not.
Yeah.
Well, like Herschel Walker.
I would vote for him. I vote for any athlete that runs for office.
Athlete?
Pretty much, yeah. I'm trying to remember if it's worked out. A couple of that NBA player who became a senator, he worked out.
I mean, which NBA player?
Bill
Walton?
Is that his name? I have to look it up. No. I can't remember.
No.
But that's the other thing. If any of these guys are any good, they show resurgence.
They're the actor because Arnold Schwarzenegger was governor.
Actors are good. Jesse the Body Ventura, he was a senator.
I mean, crying out loud, Ronald Reagan was president.
Sonny Bono, Ronald was president.
Duh. Like the most notable example of.
And it's not bad either, depending on where your politics.
Yeah,
I think Ronald Reagan did pretty good.
Yeah, depending on what your opinions are, Ronald Reagan.
We prospered.
Like that's so fun. Like it's sort of like
2 terms.
Like two. Like to people, Ronald Reagan was either like amazing or he was awful.
Right.
Like that's like there's no in between.
Yeah, there's no in between.
Like nobody, you can't go to a bar and ask someone their opinion on Ronald Reagan and they'd be like, "Hey, he was all right."
Yeah, for sure. Well, that's the other thing. If any of these guys have a breakout season and they show resurgence, isn't the NFL just going to come and poach them? Like, hey,
well, it's what they'll if they want to succeed, they need to know that they are going to be second fiddle to the NFL.
Sure.
And they know that they cannot compete with the NFL. They can't compete. They tried that.
Right. No, it's just not gonna work. That'd be cool though if it does. I'd like to see it take off, and then you have like cross league games or something.
There won't be a USFL NFL merger.
I don't know, merger, but
that won't happen.
That's not likely to happen. But this is cool. If they play anywhere near here, I would love. I mean, I'll watch anything though. I'll watch 6-year-olds play baseball just because they're at least they're
league
competing. Or
my aunt used to live across a baseball field. And whenever like a little league baseball, like just sitting on the porch.
There's a game. Yeah, I'll watch it for sure. I'll watch anything competition. Marbles, a couple people play marbles. Like, I'll check this out
because they're super competitive.
Right.
I'd love to go like one of those big Beyblade tournaments.
Oh yeah.
How crazy those get.
Live esports. I've never
live
done that.
esports, dude. One day, if it happens again, and if Nintendo doesn't like poach them in the ass again, I would love to go to like the final day of Evo, of like the Evo Smash Brothers Melee tournament.
Yeah,
because that's the big one there.
Where do they do
the fighting game community tries to gatekeep themselves from Smash, but that's the big moneymaker.
It is.
Like Melee is the one that, dude. Like I'm gonna be straight up. Melee is my favorite esport. That's because I have a nostalgic connection to Smash.
Sure.
And back when I played Overwatch, I remember watching the Overwatch World Cup.
Yeah.
Like while trick-or-treating, I was 12 years old. I was watching.
You had your phone out.
I was watching the U.S. play Russia in the Overwatch World Cup.
Yes. We love competition.
Yes.
Competition or otherwise.
Russia ended up winning because they had, I think their Genji was cracked.
Right.
And the U.S., I think they had Seagull, who was a really good Genji main as well. But for some reason, that year, the Russians were just great at Overwatch.
Yeah.
And South Korea ended up winning. Obviously, because
you don't think of
South Korea.
You don't think of South Korea as a esports juggernaut, but I guess they are.
Yeah, of course you would.
I didn't offhand.
Dude, you play an online video game and you see someone's name written in like in either Mandarin,
right, kanji or
Korean.
Yeah, okay, you're okay.
You get scared.
Okay, yeah, because they're
and they're always on the other team,
of course,
because they're great.
Right.
Most of the time they end up killing you 10 times, like in the Destiny 2 lobby.
Right,
dude, it strikes fear. Trials of Osiris.
Yeah,
going in.
Oof. All right, first game, Generals against the Stallions, 7:30, April 16th. The game will air on both Fox and NBC.
Oh!
Making it the first scheduled sporting event to air on competing broadcast networks since the Super Bowl in 1967, which was on CBS and NBC.
Wow.
So that's unique.
That's cool.
It's unique. It's
really cool. I like when these obscure spring football leagues start every few years.
Yeah, so hopefully...
I assume the stadium's in like Birmingham, right?
That I didn't see. That protective stadium where if I find out where that is.
Okay, just scroll down. Where will the regular season games be played?
Okay. All the teams will be playing in Birmingham, Alabama. Nice.
Birmingham?
At Protective Stadium and Legion Field.
I would love to have gone to a Generals game at like MetLife or something.
Yeah. Shoot, I'm gonna be out there in June if they're still playing. I don't know that. No, they're only playing 10 weeks, so I'm probably gonna miss.
Yeah,
that.
you go down to. Don't you go down to Birmingham?
I go once a year. Yeah.
Well, to me, that's a lot because I don't travel.
Right. So
I have not been on a plane since I was 13.
So 4 years.
Yeah, it's been almost 5.
It's overrated.
Almost 5 years since I've been on an airplane.
So this is interesting. So this cuts down on any travel costs. All you gotta do is put these guys up. That's smart.
No, hey,
so that's
startup league.
That's a big chunk of change. Traveling, That all those people,
unless you got a George Costanza assistant to the traveling
secretary. Then yeah, you're good. Interesting. Okay, so it's a good strategy though. 8 teams, you just got to put guys up in housing. No big deal, and feed them, I guess. But that's not that. But compared to jet fuel and flying them
especially
around.
with oil and gas.
Yeah. Luggage, all that. Yep.
Right now.
Smart. That's smart. 8 teams. Okay, yeah. This may be even something they learned during the pandemic. We'll just put everyone in one stadium. All right, interesting.
Bubbles.
Yeah, bubbles. All right. Well, I'll watch this.
Yeah. I'm gonna watch it for like 1 week. I'm gonna watch it for 1 week. I'm gonna think it's really cool, and then I'm never gonna watch it again
unless something cool happens, or but dude, if there's no baseball.
If there's no baseball, we'll watch anything.
This could.
You saw how crazy we got without baseball.
This could succeed.
Although
if there's no baseball.
April, I think in May, playoff hockey is starting.
Okay. Well,
so they have
a
in late April. We're probably going to be talking about NFL draft around this time.
Right.
That's draft season. Yeah. We're going to be tape grind. I'm going to make it a tradition every spring break. I started it last year, and I thought it was really fun. Every spring break, I'm gonna tape grind. I'm just tape. I'm just gonna watch tape.
Okay. Awesome. Well, USFL, thank you for possibly giving us something to watch during the baseball season and before hockey and before playoff hockey starts. Yeah. Did you hear the Aikman news?
Yeah. I was actually just listening to Michael Kay, and they were talking about Troy Aikman. Dude, he got like $17 million
a year.
ESPN a year.
Jumping ship.
A year. That is, dude. You get offered $17 million a year to.
He didn't even have to step on the field. He doesn't have to suit up. He doesn't have to throw any touchdowns.
He just has to do.
All he has to do is talk about it.
And he doesn't even do a great job either. In my opinion, he's okay.
Good enough.
Well, because he did all the A games.
Right.
On Fox, he's a recognizable name.
Yeah, I got no problem with him. I think is he great? No. Is he good? Yeah. Is he good enough? Yeah.
He's not Tony Romo.
No.
Although color commentators do seem to be like annoying.
I mean, you got to throw some color in there. Occasionally, color is going to be annoying.
Dude, Tony Romo and John Madden. Yes, I was about to say Elway, but Tony Romo and John Madden are the only ones that like don't annoy me.
Right. Only one of them. Well, only one of them's got a video game. I think there's no Tony Romo football. Is there? Not that I know of.
That there is going to be no football game made in Tony Romo's name that will end up becoming a child gambling platform and end up being besmirched and have the quality be gradually deteriorated over the years until it just becomes a $60 roster update.
Yeah.
With said child gambling platform in it.
Right.
Don't get me started on what they did to Madden. Do
not
get me started.
You've mentioned it.
Yes.
In passing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, 17 mil though a year.
Dude, he's getting
to talk for
Monday Night Football and
to talk for
maybe who knows? ESPN, they throw money at these guys.
Sure.
Like it's
to basically talk once a week.
It grows on trees, dude. ESPN spends a lot of money on Monday Night Football.
They do.
They do like they give I think it's $2 billion a year in the NFL for Monday Night Football, one game a week. That's terrible business.
It's insane.
But Disney's bankrolling them, so
I know it's terrible business. How much are they getting back? Got like $4 billion? That's worth it.
I don't know how much they get from Monday Night Football. Hold up.
I guess you could look that
Monday Night Football can't be that much of a money pit.
No, not a pit. It's got to be a cash cow. Everyone knows Monday Night Football. I don't know what the ad rates are or the rights or but and on Monday nights it's literally, pun intended, the only game in town.
Okay, never mind. The ESPN pays $1.1 billion.
Okay.
To the NFL.
Okay.
Or
I'm sure they get far more than that back in advertising alone. Yeah, I'm not crying for
this. I'm getting mixed.
Okay.
Things on this. It's all I'm getting different figures. I'm getting like in 2017 they paid $1.9 billion a year.
Okay. Like just under $2 billion. I would believe that for sure.
That's okay. Okay, how...
Yes.
Okay, I'm trying to look.
Right.
This is an article on the Motley Fool from
Right.
April 19th, 2020. So a completely different economy.
Right. But how much does it take in? Let's That's a good one. That's a good one. That I'm gonna.
Okay, so
I'm gonna have to go more in depth on that, but it's got to be like way more than that. So.
Okay, it was estimated that in 2018 they made $2.3 billion in advertising revenue.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, they make profit.
Yes. Yes, for sure. So you don't go into this losing billions. You don't survive very long. So.
Yeah.
And so good on them.
I don't know. I just never thought it was that good business to pay $1 billion for one game a week.
Yeah. Unless you're making $2 billion by paying the $1 billion,
yes,
you're making a profit.
Yeah, that's business 101.
Business. Yeah, it's business.
Economics.
Business.
Economics on the Cameron Woolley show.
Yeah. Well, that's how things run. The economics is
huge in sports.
It's kind of like the reason why there's no baseball right now. So
the economics and finance are different.
Right.
And I learned this while talking to Bill James. So
yes.
Don't take it from me.
No, take it from Mr. Moneyball himself. He puts the money in money. Well, he does
Mr. Sabermetrics. That Mr. Moneyball is Billy Bean.
Yes.
But if you like, I remember I talked to him and he was we talked for like half an hour.
Yeah.
Or something for my school capstone, which
awesome. It's awesome.
Which I'm like, dude, I don't know how the hell I interviewed him either, but
you know what you're talking about.
But I remember, like, I was talking to him, he said, "Oh yeah, economics." I said, "Oh yeah, financial." He's like, "Hold on, but economics isn't finance; it's the study of value."
Okay.
Which, if you think about it, sports and especially baseball
is all
so economic.
Yes.
This leads to me saying that economics and finance are different. Financials is what is currently holding up baseball.
Right.
Financials and economics are different.
Yes.
Economics is just the study of value.
Right.
Not finance. Although economics and finance do tend to have a lot in common.
Absolutely. So.
And the sports, I could talk economics and sports for hours. I love it. It fascinates me so much.
Yeah.
Like,
There's a lot of money being thrown around.
One of these days, I want to do like a study on the inflation rate in quarterback contracts.
That might be your college thesis.
For top quarterback contracts. I could do that.
You totally could.
I could. Although I'm working on other stuff.
Your results may prove valuable to many owners out there in the NFL.
I'm working on other stuff. Although the owners probably have the numbers already priced in themselves.
Sure.
The owners know more than me. They have access to stats that
we do not.
That I could only dream of seeing.
Yeah. And yet they make bad decisions all the time, the owners.
Well, sometimes their computer nerds miscalculate.
Yeah. Well, there's so many intangibles, though.
There are intangibles.
A lot of it's up here. A lot of it's up here too. You can't not like the craziness factor.
Okay. There's a difference between statistics and analytics and nerd stuff in baseball and nerd stuff in every other sport.
Sure.
Because in baseball, those stats, the philosophy of sabermetrics has been around for over a century.
Right.
It goes back to this guy, F.C. Lane, who literally wrote a book about in 1916. So like the Great War.
The first one.
Yes, the first one.
Yes.
Not the second one and not the third one that might or might not happen.
Right.
So F.C. Lane wrote about how batting average, like he hated batting average. He would have been awesome on Twitter. So he wrote about in his book and he wrote for Baseball Magazine.
Right.
He said that like batting average sucks. Assign more weight to doubles and triples and extra base hits because batting average, when you think about it and when you really deconstruct batting average, it is a super flawed stat and it is a really bad way to judge all baseball players.
Sure. And yet
it's a fine way to judge some baseball players who aren't really known for their power, and those kind of players do belong on teams.
Sure.
Like every championship team needs a guy who can hit 300. That's just something.
But he hits 2 home runs a year.
That's a well-known
on accident. Sure.
Well, not like 2. You gotta have some.
Yeah, the slap hitters.
Decency in the power department, but you know what? There's room for those guys.
Right.
You can't use batting average to evaluate every single baseball player.
No, I agree.
Because if you just use batting average, you end up creating an umbrella for different players with different styles. Because there's thousands of players in baseball. There's tens of thousands over the entire history of the game across different eras. It's impossible to gauge it through that one stat.
I agree. And yet
if you ask me, I think
it's the easiest one to bring up, though.
I don't. People aren't doing it much anymore. Look at like on-base percentage, slugging percentage. But even then, those stats aren't really the best for evaluating all players. I think on-base percentage is, I guess, the most universal one because the power hitters who strike out a lot walk.
Why? Because he gets on base.
He gets on base. And also pitchers. And what's ironic about all of it is that the players who strike out a lot, like think of it like your Joey Gallows, your Adam Dunn,
right?
Like the guys like that, like the extreme examples. They strike out a lot, but the guys that strike out a lot have the best plate discipline. And I know that makes no sense, but the thing is they take a lot of pitches.
Right.
Because they're looking for the best one to hit 500 feet and break someone's window.
Yes.
So they end up walking a lot and to baseball.
Right. And then the ones they do get a hold of, they go out of the park. So,
yes.
Yeah.
So point is, I love the different philosophies in baseball. It is the ultimate, like it's a science, but it's also something different. It's been boiled down into a science by a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
You can do scientific studies on baseball. Dude, sabermetrics is all a scientific method, if you think about it.
Oh, sure. It's all numbers, yeah.
No, it's a scientific method. You ask a question, you have a hypothesis, you test it, you run numbers,
right?
You create formulas.
Okay.
And those formulas are tested and
hopefully they're proven, then it becomes a theory. They
end up becoming great. Yes. It becomes a theory, and then a theory becomes a fact. Although technically, even though the Big Bang has been like basically proven, it's still technically a theory. Literally, the TV show was called The Big Bang Theory.
Yes.
God damn it! Why did I reference that?
Oh, I don't know.
I
don't know. Take it back.
Gross.
Take it back. Take it back.
Gross.
Yeah.
So flat.
For sure. So speaking of numbers, sabermetrics, intangibles, Paul O'Neill.
Tell
me about Paul O'Neill.
About sabermetrics, dude.
Well, because we're going to talk about his numbers.
Okay, go to his Fangraphs page. Go to Paul O'Neill's Fangraphs page.
Okay.
So, in case anyone's missing it, Paul O'Neill is getting his number retired in Monument Park this year, which is awesome. I feel like it's way overdue. In my opinion, his number has been retired for a while because nobody's worn it. If you look at his WRC plus, for the years that he was on the Yankees, he was a really good hitter. The 1 year where he was below average in WRC plus was 2000.
Right, but that was near the end of his career anyway.
Yeah, that was. Although he played 147 games.
He had 283 that year.
He wasn't, again.
18 home runs. I'll take that anyway.
Not the batting average isn't
I know.
Best.
I know. I sure.
He got on base a decent. He wasn't terrible.
Oh wait, sorry, that was postseason. Oh wait, that's regular. No, sorry, it's regular.
Regular season.
Yes. So yes, good player, but retirement status.
Yes, dude. Of course you retire Paul O'Neill's number
over.
It's a legend
over Mattingly.
Yeah, Mattingly's number is already retired.
Is it? Okay, never.
Yes.
Okay, over.
Why wouldn't it?
All right, I'm not from. Oh wait, over. Who am I? Tino.
Is Tino's number? I don't think Tino's number is retired. No.
Okay.
Tino. Okay.
Yeah, Moose.
Mike Mussina, was he there long enough? He doesn't have the pedigree.
Okay, but
I don't think
great Yankee though. What pains me to say, but yes.
I don't think he won a what. He's not as iconic as Paul O'Neill.
Okay, I don't.
When you think '90s Yankees,
David Wells, Kevin Brown, I don't know.
When you think '90s Yankees,
sure.
You think first guy you think of Derek Jeter.
Sure, absolutely.
Second guy probably Bernie Williams.
Right.
Then Paul O'Neill.
Right. So A-Rod.
A-Rod wasn't the '90s yet. A-Rod wasn't part of.
I know, but he was a.
A-Rod's number should be retired. 13? Don't get me started on the Yankee organization's treatment of Paul O'Neill or of A-Rod.
Sure.
A-Rod. Paul O'Neill, they're doing him right, but don't get me started on the Yankee organization's treatment of Alex Rodriguez.
Okay.
They're letting Joey Gallo wear his number, which confirms that they're not retiring it. Which, that is awful. Because A-Rod was a great Yankee.
Jeez, man, look at all these numbers, man. Are there going to be any left? Let's go down this real quick. Billy Martin, number 1. Jeter, Babe Ruth, Lou Gehrig, DiMaggio, Torrey, Mantle, Berra, Bill Dickey, Roger Maris, Phil Rizzuto. That's 1 through 10. So you can't wear 1 through 10.
Funny.
Thurman Munson, 15. Whitey Ford, 16.
Obviously.
Posada, number 20.
Yeah.
Paul O'Neill, number 21. Mattingly, 23. Elston Howard, 32. Casey Stengel, 37. Mariano, 42. Reggie, 44. Andy Pettit, 46. Ron Guidry, 49. Bernie Williams, 51. So, well, geez, man, what's left?
And presumptively, you got to think that 99
already, yeah,
isn't going to be worn.
Already, yes. In I don't know.
20. Yeah, it's not. If Judge finishes his career as a Yankee,
sure, you're talking what 15, 20 years, hopefully.
Yes, like 15, 20 years from now, I would like.
I can't wait 1 through 10.
I would like to think. Already. I would like to think that 99 is going to be retired.
Oh, I would take that long bet right now.
I guess Garrett Cole, 45. Gotta think. If he keeps up this production.
We'll see. It's still early. He's been the team, 2 years?
Yeah.
I know you love him.
Giancarlo Stanton, 27. He's built up a good resume. Guy rakes in the playoffs. You can't say he doesn't do it when it matters.
No, sure. And then, yeah. But Paul O'Neill, you're on board with.
Yes, I'm on board with Paul O'Neill. Okay. Absolutely.
Okay. There's some naysayers.
You can't think 90s Yankees without Paul O'Neill.
Okay.
If Reggie Jackson can be in Monument Park, then Paul O'Neill absolutely should.
Okay.
Because if the problem is tenure with Paul O'Neill, then Reggie Jackson shouldn't even be a thought.
Paul O'Neill.
Okay, look up Reggie Jackson on Fangraphs.
I will do that. Reggie. There we go. Reggie Jackson. 67 to 87. And let me expand
He was a Yankee for
like 5 years. 77 to 81.
He won 3 World Series in that time.
I know,
He
yeah.
raked.
Yeah.
He raked at that time.
He did. He absolutely did.
Yeah, he was great.
No argument there, but yeah, before he went to the California Angels.
The California Angels of Anaheim.
Yeah, remember that. So went back to Oakland for a little bit, age 41. Yeah.
Yep.
All right, Paul O'Neill.
Reggie.
All right, A-OK, thumbs up.
Yes.
Okay.
Reggie Jackson is in Monument Park. Paul O'Neill absolutely should be in Monument Park.
All right, jeez. They're going to run out of numbers soon, though, man.
They're going to run out of numbers. You know what? I don't care.
Okay.
I don't care.
I'll agree. If we had a time machine, we'd go ahead 20 years. Like, hey, 99. We'll go to a game in the future.
No, you
look
don't
up and see if 99 is up there.
The timeline.
What could we screw up? We go to the game.
Dude, the butterfly effect.
Just by getting like cheese fries in 20 years from now.
Okay,
I guess you're right though.
You have seen way too many times.
You're right because we would the first.
You are way too well versed in pop culture to not know that you can't order cheese fries at a baseball game in the future.
Well, it'd be like dehydrated or whatever the food is like back then or up in 20 years.
Yeah.
But the first thing we do, we'd sit down and the game's about to start. I'm like, hey man, who won the last 20 World Series? And then we would have that knowledge.
Dude, that wouldn't happen though. Because again, It's the butterfly
effect.
That's
the first thing I would ask. I was like, so does Baltimore take it all anywhere in the last 20 years?
No.
No, dang it.
No, Adley Rutschman completely flops.
Adley Rutschman will be on the field in 20 – he'll be the Yankees starting catcher.
Yankees starting catcher, Adley Rutschman.
They poach him after he hits free agency.
You're going to be like, no!
Yeah.
Adley Rutschman is
Volpe's out there winning championships.
Tony Volpe is the starting third baseman.
Yeah,
but when he comes up, that's what we're calling him. I'm calling him Tony.
Right, but that's exactly
Tony Volpe. He's Italian.
Exactly what we're talking about with everybody else. Like, all right, what happened in the last 20 years, and then we go back with that knowledge. It would screw everything up. We'd go.
You're not going to pull a Biff Tannen.
Oh, I would in a heartbeat.
Where are you going to put your kids' college funds on the next 20 World Series? That would change something.
Oh, I know, but I would.
That would change something, dude.
I just wouldn't be greedy about it. It's smaller bets, with 10 grand.
Imagine explaining that. It's like, yeah, sorry, you're not going to college because I went to the future with this kid that I podcast with.
Right.
We went to one Yankee game.
Right. Found out what happened.
Found out who won the next 20 World Series, and it turns out I was dead wrong on every one of them.
Well, I think after the first one doesn't come true.
The butterfly effect.
Right. You're right.
The butterfly, dude. Hey, Back to the Future Part 2. You saw that, right?
It didn't work out.
Come on, dude. You have a picture. You have a picture with the.
It's right there. The cast is the cast photo is right over in that.
Yes, you have a picture with.
Have I learned? I have a Back to the Future tattoo. For God's sake.
You have a Rick and Morty tattoo, dude. You gotta know a lot about time travel and how this stuff works in movies.
Still, the first thing I do.
Avengers Endgame, dude.
I know, but the first thing I do is all sports related. I want to find out who won all next World Series, Super Bowl.
Dude, you'd screw up the timeline by doing that.
NHL, Stanley Cups. Of course, I want to know.
Why would you want to know? You'd spoil. It would take all the suspense.
Yeah, you're right. It would.
Imagine you find out that your team doesn't win any of those.
I know. How could you keep watching?
That sucks.
Right?
And if you find out your team does win one of them, it takes the enjoyment out of it. The whole joy of sports.
I'd be fine with watching the whole run, knowing that they won.
No, you wouldn't. That would. Okay. Would the '95 Stanley Cup Finals be as magical and as shocking as it was if you knew
you're
what
right.
would happen?
Okay, sure.
If you
right.
knew
you're right.
that Scott Stevens would body, I think it was Slava Kozlov.
Yeah,
it was.
If
you're telling me that if you knew that
you're right,
Scott Stevens would body Slava Kozlov,
it wouldn't be as fun. You're right.
It would. Yeah. Thank you.
Right. All right.
Thank you.
I would still want to know if given the opportunity.
No.
It's like you want to know. It's like
no, I wouldn't want to know. It would suck. Imagine. Okay, getting a movie spoiled is bad enough.
Sure.
But did anybody tell you that Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire would be in No Way Home before you saw it?
No, we speculated that they would be.
That's incredible.
And they were very
That's
good
incredible. You're on comic book Twitter.
Sure.
Every time you open up Twitter, you see comic book
they
stuff.
They did a good job at. I mean, they didn't keep a state secret or anything, but I was happy when they popped up.
Speculation, yeah.
Sure, absolutely. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yeah,
but still.
Yeah. If you think getting what was the most notable movie that you had spoiled?
I don't know, probably one of like M. Night Shyamalan movies or something.
My dad had Empire Strikes Back spoiled.
Oh, dang.
Little League Dugout.
1980.
Little League Dugout.
Oh, dang.
My grandfather wouldn't take him to see it like the first week it was out.
That's why you go.
He got Darth Vader being Luke Skywalker's father spoiled for him in the Little League Dugout.
That sucks.
Still hasn't forgiven him. Still hasn't forgiven my grandfather to this day.
No.
Still hasn't.
Wow.
Shocking. I spoiled Amazing Spider-Man 2 to my dad. I was like 10.
It's not a big...
said that Gwen Stacy died, so...
Yeah, but she died in the comics, so it's not a big deal. She already died.
Yeah, but...
in the comic books.
But she's not going to die in Spider-Verse. I think she's not. Dude, she's a major character in that.
Right. Oh, yeah. That's different,
Spider-Gwen's not going to die.
It's different. That's different. Yeah. That's different, so... Yeah. Well, all right. Paul O'Neill, congratulations.
Yes.
Are you going to this number retirement ceremony?
My dad wants to go.
He wants to go?
He loves Paul O'Neill.
Oh, okay.
So.
Okay. I mean, provided that there's a game.
Yeah, provided that there is a season. Which, speaking of which, we got to talk about
this.
This is the only news that's going on.
Okay.
In our teams other than Dougie Hamilton coming back. So, like, they've been meeting once a day.
Okay.
They're sitting down and basically just making little progress.
Yes. And as of this recording, 4.5 days until the deadline for a labor deal. Salvage opening day and 162 game season. It's 4.5 days is nothing. So what?
Yes.
Nothing's going to change. Nothing's going to change.
Deadline is February 24th.
Nothing's going to change.
They're only meeting on weekdays, so they're probably going to do tomorrow, take the next 2 days off, and then boom, next thing you know, Monday is the deadline.
Has anything seriously moved forward yet?
I don't think.
Didn't I read they met, like last week, they met for 15 minutes? They're like, all right.
Yes.
All right,
screw you.
Right.
The meeting ended, according to Jesse Rogers at ESPN, 27 minutes ago at 4:46 p.m. today, so gonna keep... Oh, God, and he just tweeted out 3 minutes ago. It's not good.
Oh, all right, so it's not...
Jesus
it's not happening.
Christ.
It's not happening. There's no chance.
Can you idiots grow up?
Right. Get your head out of your asses and do the math. You're gonna
lose
the short-term loss.
Both of these parties are gonna lose so much money if
short-term
there's no
loss
season.
is gonna be huge. The long-term loss is incalculable.
And not to mention a lot of fans who aren't dedicated as much as we are, or the people that we know in these communities, just going to lose a lot of people.
Yeah.
So much people are going to be thrown away from baseball. They're going to lose interest. And baseball was already a dying sport.
Yeah, I mean,
baseball was already on the decline.
Yeah, let's be honest. Nobody wants to sit through 3-hour games where like nothing happens. And there's more exciting stuff out there. And that's coming from a baseball fan. That's my number one sport. But would I, if I could only watch one sporting event and that's it, somebody tells you got one more left, it's probably going to be hockey. With a good Devils team.
A good Devils team. Yes. Yeah. You go back in time to like 2000. That would probably be. Actually, no, it would be the 95 Cup final. Game 4.
Yep.
Game 4 of the 95 final.
Wings.
Because that was a blowout by like 10 minutes left in the third, and everybody was throwing beer all over the place. And that would have been awesome.
Yeah.
If I could go to like one hockey game ever, it would be that. Or Henrique.
Oh, yeah.
Against the Rangers.
Yep, yeah.
That game.
Yeah, man. But, so, yeah, you're right.
But, dude, these idiots that are
already losing
in charge of that, the owners and the players union, I've gone easy on the players union for a while because I'm on their side and I'm still on their side. I'll always be on their side because, again, this is millionaires versus billionaires. I'll side with the millionaires.
Yes.
Even though they're also privileged in their own right. But, dude, it just makes no sense what these people are doing. They're making demands. They're not budging on the demands. They're so far away from each other. And this is all with like 3 days left until there's a regular season.
Yeah.
So this is all because owners don't want to spend money on their rosters. They want to pocket as much money as humanly possible. Because you know why I say the Yankees are a cheap organization? Because their revenue has tripled since the early 2000s, and they haven't spent anything else on the team.
Right.
The wages are stagnating, and the revenue is going up, and that's all going into Hausdeimer's pockets.
Yes.
It's all going into his pockets, going into a nice bonus for all of his yes men. It's all going into the pockets of the people in the suits in the little boxes at Yankee Stadium.
Right.
And it's not going into the product that we pay for.
Yes.
The fans, we pay for this stuff. And if this gets bad enough and fans start to walk away, then this won't just be bad for a year because you are not going to see sellouts. You're going to see barren, empty stadiums for a while.
Yeah.
Fans aren't going to want, and even the diehard ones. I'm probably not going to go to any games if this goes on for as long as it does.
Because I am a diehard fan. I was like, I'm not going to support this.
Yes, I'm not. Right? Yes, thank you. I'm not going to support this garbage.
Right.
I'm not going to support these greedy pricks who are ruining what is one of my favorite things about this planet, baseball.
Yes. I just want to eat cheese fries at Yankee Stadium with you.
Dude, like, if so this is how,
I want to go to opening at Camden Yards with you.
If this is how baseball dies, I'd be fine with it. Because they do not deserve to have a platform. They don't deserve to make the money that they do if they keep doing this.
Right. Yeah, you're right.
If the owners are being this greedy, if the players are being this stubborn, actually the stubbornness is on both sides, but both of these groups got to come up with something. Got to come up with it quick. And if I'm being honest, it's not happening.
Right.
They hate each other. They personally hate each other.
Yeah.
And you think that if they do end up coming back to work, you think there won't be some kind of strike a couple years down the line?
Yeah.
Because they don't like the CBA that they agreed to?
They've done it. They've done it before. Yeah.
My God.
So it's a mess. It's a mess right now.
Yes. It is going to be an absolute mess. There's going to be scabs that come up, which is going to make the quality of play go down. And if the scabs end up going on the rosters, that's going to create division, just like it did in 1995.
Yes.
And it's...
Not to mention everything we lose from current players not playing. Yeah.
Primes. You are wasting another year of Mike Trout's prime doing this. Hal Steinbrenner, think about this. You're wasting the contract year of Aaron Judge.
Yeah. That alone, those two players alone. Not watching. Yeah,
you're wasting the contract year of Aaron Judge.
We already lost.
Washington Nationals, you're wasting another year of control of Juan Soto.
Right. And we already lost 2/3 of a season in 2020. So
these dumbasses better come up with something and better come up with it quick, or else the fallout is going to be something that it's going to be hard to believe the fallout that's going to come out from this.
I agree with you. Yeah. Well, stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, it doesn't look good though. I don't even know if they're going to get a partial season. We can't lose the whole season. I don't know,
dude, that we can't. We can't.
Right.
Dude, this is my last year of the Cameron Woolley show
before you go off to college.
Before I go off to college, and still we'll do it at college. I mean, colleges have accommodations with like studios and whatnot, but
still.
But this is going to be my last, like, spring and summer down in Jersey at the studio. We're going to lose that.
Yeah. So we can't lose it.
We can't lose it. And what the hell are we going to do without it? A second year in a row?
Yeah.
We already went through the random content during the lockdowns.
Right.
Because we thought, well, that's never going to happen again.
Well, again, we'll stream
and
Switch.
Sure enough, it's happening again. Literally 2 years after.
I know.
What are we going to do? Stream the MLB The Show?
We could.
I can't get my hands on a PS5.
Okay, there is that.
Nobody can get their hands on a PS5.
Yeah. We could do that, though. We'll create our own season. It's like, we don't need you. We got our own baseball.
Gimmicky and it's corny.
That'd be funny.
Okay, so if we're going to stream games, you might as well, like, stream, video games.
Right, like real, like ones that, like action.
Like, stream the
blow thing where we blow things up. Yes.
I know, stream Call of Duty Zombies. That would be fun.
It'd be fun.
If we did that.
We'd do that.
If we did, like, a round of zombies.
Yeah. I'm down.
I haven't played zombies in a while. Like, traditional zombies. Not the garbage that they put out in Cold War, but... Like I'm talking about traditional zombies, like in World at War, Black Ops 2, and Black Ops 3.
Yeah.
And Black Ops 4, although I never played Black Ops 4.
Yeah.
Anyways, the Devils, they exist. They suck. They've been losing.
Well,
I love the week and a half break that we took from them.
Nice.
I wondered why it was...
You were so happy?
I was so happy.
Yeah, well, they couldn't lose, so...
I wonder. Also, Witch Queen launched on Tuesday.
Yep.
Which, by the way,
Give me the scoop.
Easily the best campaign in Destiny history. Okay. Savathun is the best villain ever. It's nuanced. There's stakes. You feel the tension.
Okay, so you spent some time playing.
The story
I see.
is fantastic.
Spent some time playing. Okay.
The story is fantastic. The end game is fantastic. I could do a whole show dedicated to just how much fun I've had with the Witch Queen so far. Easily, so far, it's had a better launch than The Taking.
How many hours have you played so far?
I remember I spent like 8 hours, like getting home on Tuesday when it launched. I spent 8 hours. I got home at like 2:30.
Okay.
Got myself situated and then started playing at like 3 o'clock. No wait time in the servers.
Wow.
No wait, no queue. For me at least.
Game.
For me. So a smooth launch. Got to get right into it. No lag. No problems.
Wow.
Played it on hard mode for the first 3 missions, but I figured I'm like, what the hell? This is giving me an aneurysm, and I just want to know the story. So, and I got ripped on for it, but I just went through the story and with a friend of mine, a clanmate, and we just I had a great time. The story was awesome. The cutscenes, the exposition, the references to obscure lore.
Yeah.
Deep in like the game's universe. It's amazing. Amazing. I thoroughly recommend it to anyone. Anybody who's...
Right now, so no glitches, no...
It's going to get buggy.
Sure.
It's Destiny.
I know.
It's going to get buggy.
I know.
It's going to be a buggy mess, but dude. God. I cannot say enough about how awesome the build up to this campaign was, and still leaving us in suspense for what's going to come next.
Okay. Well, that gives you anticipation.
Just awesome. And big spoiler ahead for anybody who hasn't played it yet, who somehow listens to this podcast and plays Destiny 2 and somehow hasn't finished the campaign. I'm going to click off now. 3, 2, 1, click off. They revealed the Destiny's version of Thanos at the end.
Oh, really?
We've been waiting for like 8 years to see this guy's face.
They revealed it.
Turns out he looks like Megamind.
Oh, cool.
So weird,
all right, cool.
Weird design, but
yeah.
I remember I was losing my shit. I'm like, oh my god, that is the bad guy. I've been waiting to see this dickhead since I was like 10.
Yeah. Amazing.
And you finally saw him again. Bravo to Bungie. I rarely give them like unanimous credit, but they killed it with that campaign. So anyways, Devils. They're coming back against the Pittsburgh Penguins in Pittsburgh tonight at 7 o'clock. The show will probably be uploaded after puck drop, so...
Okay. Oh,
so
right.
whatever.
I forgot what day it was. Is Dougie back this game?
I believe Dougie Hamilton is coming back. So good, Dougie Hamilton's back.
Okay.
Heard some rumors around the trade deadline. Devils are inexplicably looking to get players to add to their young core, which I get. We shouldn't be in the tanking stage anymore.
No.
We shouldn't be. We have the young core.
We got the players.
We have the core.
So now you got to surround them.
I've heard, and like,
what do you hearing?
I think Friedman said this and some other sources said this. There's Brock Besser.
Brock Besser.
Yes. Brock Besser. Dude, that'd be cool.
That would be cool.
The Devils and Canucks have apparently been in talks about a trade surrounding
just when you thought you
trade surrounding Pavel Zacha and Brock Besser. So it's a plus. Pavel Zacha's going away.
Sure.
So Jesper Bratt's ball and chain will be replaced by a really good shooter.
I'm in for this.
Brock Besser. So that would be awesome.
I just love just when you think your team is bad, there's one that's worse. That would be the Montreal Canadiens. So
they've won like 4 straight games. Dude. They're rolling with Martin St. Louis as their head coach.
Wow.
Look at the standings right now.
Okay.
Let's look at where our draft pick, where our lottery odds are at. Right
let's look at our.
We're last in the Metro.
We are. Let's go.
Surprise. Look at league standings. Colorado Avalanche are in the lead for the President's Trophy.
Okay.
Devils have the 4th best lottery.
Yes. Sing pretty at 29th place, behind or in front of Seattle, Montreal, and Arizona. So, yeah, and Montreal and Arizona are battling it out right now for
Shane, for the best odds to win a draft lottery. That will lead to them drafting Shane Wright.
Yes. All right, that's
when the hell are the Colorado Avalanche actually going to break through and win the Stanley Cup?
I don't know.
I've been sounding the horn on these guys for years.
Yes.
Last 2 years, I've said Colorado Avalanche. They're winning the Stanley Cup. Colorado Avalanche.
I remember. Yes.
And I've been wrong twice. Also, dude, Florida. I haven't checked on these standings in a while.
Yeah, where'd they come from? But
the Panthers are sound. They're a good team.
They are. They've been consistent all year. Carolina, Tampa Bay, Penguins, number 5.
Oh God, the Rangers.
Number 6. Oh God, that's right. They'll blow it into the playoffs, along with Toronto. Like it's like clockwork.
Toronto.
Yeah, I don't worry about that. But yeah, well, hopefully, Dougie had to spark. No more.
Where's Edmonton at? I'm curious.
Edmonton is
smack in the middle.
16th, right in the middle with the Kings and the Ducks. So yeah,
the Pacific Division is kind of
not bad.
I wish I miss the days where we were like 19th in the league. That was fun, right? Although it wasn't. Corey Schneider ended up winning us out of drafting like Connor McDavid.
Exactly. So
boy, that would have sucked. Oh man.
Yeah.
Thank you, Corey Schneider, for winning us into Pavel Zacha and out of Connor McDavid, Jack Eichel, and Mitch Marner.
I love you. Just you put the blame squarely on him.
Yes.
Not Lou.
I am completely comfortable blaming Corey Schneider. I do blame Lou Lamoriello for trading for Corey Schneider. That was terrible timing. That trade was awful.
I was at the draft. I was there.
They should not have traded that. Dude, what? Did anybody there expect that?
No. There was people were
and guess
there was a gasp in the room, man, in the draft.
And although that night must have been a blast.
It was fun.
Didn't you play at a street
I played Strachey against
Ken
Danko, capping the other team. I scored on him. He's -1 against Ming Chen. Yes.
Yes, -1 against.
Yes.
You should have brought that up at Mission 130. Be like, oh.
By the way, do you remember this?
Me.
Yeah.
By the way,
you're -1 against me.
I own you, Ken Danko.
I own you. Yeah, he was dressed in a business suit, like wearing dress shoes. But he was playing
probably wearing like a tight suit.
No, him? Yeah, he was wearing a suit. I think it was in jeans and sneakers at least, but yeah. But so he was playing not, I wouldn't say full speed, but he was taking it seriously at least. Yeah, I'll see. I got to find that photo of us. There's a photo of us battling for the ball. It was, and he's, there's an obvious size and weight discrepancy.
Yeah,
but it's a cool picture, man.
Yeah, he's got like
I gotta
a
find
foot on you. Yeah, although I'm taller than him. Let the record show that I am taller than Ken Danko.
You are.
You saw it.
I saw it.
I'm taller than him.
You saw it. Yeah, I saw it. So, well, at least we got something to watch. It's not much, but we got hockey.
At least.
Got hockey.
Call me in 2 months when the playoffs start. That's when I know spring is on.
Right.
Like when spring, like that's my indicator of when spring is happening.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't get warm when baseball starts. Yankee Stadium is still freezing in early April. But when it gets warmer out, Stanley Cup playoffs. So that's why I ditch the hoodies. That's why I ditch my jackets and start wearing. That's why I start wearing shorts to school.
Right.
When the Stanley Cup playoffs start, that's when God decides, okay, it's time to turn off the air conditioning in the Northeast.
Yeah.
Although in New Jersey, we have the most bipolar weather in the state. It was like last week today, it was like 70.
It was 70 yesterday.
I was wearing
now
shorts.
34, so... Yes.
I wore shorts last week. The rare times I went outside, but...
Right.
But I did wear shorts last week.
Let the record show. Cameron Woolley wore shorts last week.
Yes.
Yes. You got anything else? We actually did pretty good. We're over an hour, so it's not like we never run out of things to talk about.
We're really good at bullshitting with us.
We are. Yeah.
Well, remember, we did this during a pandemic.
I mean, 150 or so episodes in, I think we've learned how to do this.
Oh my God. There are
What do you got?
Jeff Passan tweeted out 19 minutes ago. Meetings are done. Progress was minimal.
Minimal, as in nothing.
There are
nothing.
There are 4 days left for MLB and the MLBPA to get a new labor deal, or regular season games are going to be canceled.
That's not looking good. I don't know what to tell you. There's no hint of optimism here.
This guy replying, explain in terms of doing my laundry. The guy replies, there's 4 days before your first date with your crush and you have nothing clean to wear. You've had 3 months to do your laundry, but you haven't even touched it.
Right.
The last 4 days you moved the hamper a few inches closer to the washing machine and say it was progress.
It's a good analogy. It's a good analogy.
Shout out to number 4, Francois Corpel.
Okay.
Ukraine flag on Twitter.
All right. That's actually a pretty good analogy.
That's awesome.
Right.
Dude, it's hilarious.
Yeah. And the owners want to charge you like $10 to do the load. And yeah.
$10 is expensive. I don't know. I've always had a washing machine.
Exactly. Yeah.
I've always had a wash. I'm going to have to.
When you go off to school, man.
I think I'm going to have to put money in the.
Yeah, you better stuck on rolls a quarter. Actually, it's probably all Bluetooth, like Apple Pay now. It's probably all advanced.
I don't know.
Or you could Venmo. I
don't think that your freshman dorms.
Yeah.
They barely touch those things since like the 70s.
Right.
Those things are
ancient.
barracks.
They're ancient.
Things are prison quarters.
Yes. Yeah. You have this to look
But it's going to be awesome.
It will be.
It's going to be awesome. Now, I'm going to have to.
I think you're going to have fun in college.
I'm going to have to get a new mattress. Because the twin beds. For me.
Yeah, they're not gonna listen. You're yes.
Yes, I'm big.
Yes, you're yes. You're a man of big stature for sure.
Yes. Don't want to break the bunk bed.
No.
I don't sleep on the top of bunk beds because I'm afraid I'm gonna break it.
Yeah,
because I'm like I weigh 200.
What happened? Killed my roommate, or or just dropped off the loft.
Like the scene in Step Brothers where they jump on the bunk bed. Brennan! Oh God, it's awful. Right. There's blood everywhere.
Oh. Yeah.
So much more room for activity. I think that's the first time I've referenced Step Brothers on this podcast.
You have. Shockingly, yes.
I'm shocked that this is the first time I've done it.
Yeah.
Because that's like one of my favorite movies ever.
So awesome.
It's brilliant.
Oh.
Adam McKay is one of the, I'm just going to say straight up, Adam McKay is one of the best directors ever because, and my mom explained it to me really well. And she's like, knows movies and whatnot. She loves movies, even like the obscure, but her favorite channel is Turner Classic.
All right, TCM, baby.
If you think about it, it's harder to make people laugh than it is to make people cry. Think about it.
That's very.
If you make people cry, it's easy.
Sure.
Just show a scene of a dog dying in a movie.
Right. Hit them in the heartstrings, but to laugh, that takes effort.
Yes.
I agree.
That takes effort.
Wow,
and Adam McKay created two of the most hilarious movies ever in the 2000s.
Yes.
Which, I mean, it's not as strict as it is now.
Right.
As to what you can say in movies,
right.
But like I don't think the Muhammad joke in Superbad would go over well today.
No.
But he created Superbad and Step Brothers in a modern setting, so that's pretty good. Kudos.
Yes. Hats off.
Yes. Brilliant movies. I remember my dad was asking me if we wanted to go see the new Jackass this weekend.
No, yeah.
That's funny.
You should go. You should go.
I only watched the first 2 ones.
I mean, I don't think you need half a brain to watch Jackass.
Yes.
So
there's
funny. No spoilers or anything. So yeah, I think you'll be good.
Yes.
Enjoy.
I've skipped like the last 4 of them.
Enjoy. Tell me all about it next week.
I don't know if I'm going to see it, though.
Hopefully we have good news next week, but it's not looking good.
Dude,
it's not looking good.
These shits need to get their shit together.
Yeah, otherwise you're going to hear us talking about the New Jersey Generals.
Yes.
In the USFL, which I don't
better news.
Okay.
MLB has told the union that they have, quote, run out of ideas. This is as of 2 minutes ago. MLB News Network on Twitter. Not verified, but you can.
Run of ideas. You better come out with some ideas quick.
Out of ideas. Dear sweet Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Got nothing.
I have nothing.
Got nothing.
Dude, screw everybody.
Yes. Well, fingers crossed. We need baseball.
I can't.
We need baseball this year. Otherwise, it's like we said, when they come back, all PED. Oh, this is the other thing. So I'm like, aluminum bats when they come back. Aluminum bats. Let them do it.
Yes.
Why not?
They're going to have to completely kill pitchers.
Yes. But that's what I'll go back for that.
Aluminum bats?
Aaron Judge with an aluminum bat.
You're telling me that, that would... I want to see how far he would hit a baseball.
I know, it's 600 footers.
It would be the first out of the park home run in Yankee Stadium. Yeah. Mickey Mantle came close one time. He hit the upper facade in right field.
What was that, estimated 500 some odd feet? Yes. I remember.
Mickey Mantle on 2 knees gets that over.
Yes.
By the way.
Yeah, but aluminum bats, yeah.
That's why I'm not completely committed to saying that Mike Trout was better than Mickey Mantle. Because Mike Trout is basically what Mickey Mantle would have been on 2 knees.
Right, and less alcohol, but yes.
Yes, on 2 knees and less alcohol.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Yes.
I'm just saying.
Absolutely.
Alcohol hinders performance. Mickey Mantle drank a lot of it.
It didn't hurt Babe Ruth, and it didn't hurt David Wells when he threw that perfect game.
You're right.
David Wells was hungover when he threw that.
Yeah, but it's David Wells.
He's fat, dude. He probably had hella tolerance.
David Wells should have...
Dude, he's a guy who probably had a lot of tolerance.
Oh, yeah.
Think about it, he's huge.
Oh, yeah.
No,
then he built it up. That's training for him.
So, he probably slammed down. If he was hungover, that game, he must have slammed down 10 beers and
some shots.
A lot
of shots. Yeah.
Must have got really effed up before that. But anyways.
All right. Good luck, guys, I guess.
God.
Won't someone please think of the children and the fans?
Yes, someone think
of the children and the fans, please.
I can't. This is going to become a USFL podcast. I can't believe it. We're going to be...
What dimension is this? Where are we?
What Earth is this?
Yeah, what Earth is this? We're in a USFL
What universe is that? Dude, this is somewhere canon in the Marvel universe. Yeah. Our Earth. Is our Earth canon in the Marvel universe? It has to be.
Sure it is.
There's no Spider-Man. Well, I already missed my deadline for becoming Spider-Man. I'm 17. I'm about to turn 18.
Yeah.
Last time I checked, Spider-Man, I don't think Peter Parker ever becomes Spider-Man when he graduates high school. So,
all right.
At least I don't think.
Right.
Again, don't have super encyclopedic knowledge of the comics.
Yeah. Anyways.
Although I will never become as desperate to watch Euphoria in my spare time. I won't become that desperate to
That's
watch
an option
Euphoria.
that you have, yes.
Yes.
No need.
No
need.
I'm not going to watch Euphoria, no.
Yeah.
All right. Anyways, from Ming Chen and the Shared Universe podcast studio, I'm Cameron Woolley. Don't forget to like, subscribe, ring the notification bell, check out all my other content. As always, stay classy, New Jersey.